welcome back to the channel. We're out on the beach in an estuary, fishing for flounder, maybe a bass. It's the end of spring or the end of April. There's a massive northeasterly blowing and there's a big swell and loads of seaweed to go with it, so we can't get on the rocks, can't go on the beaches, so I've come to an estuary. We'll hopefully try and catch a fish or two. It's a lovely, lovely afternoon. We're going to fish into darkness, and I've got, like I said, my big beach kit, which is probably a really big overkill for this, but I don't have any other bait rods. And I've also brought my lure rod, which I'm going to use a Ned rig for and see if we can catch a flounder or something on the Ned rig. We're about 2 hours past low tide, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of fish down. As the tide moves in, I'm going to fish down and around this big bay here. I've just come here because it's like a big deep meander in the river. So yeah, we've currently got on 2 hook flapper with 1 lugworm on the bottom and a ragworm on the top, and let's see how we get on. I don't believe it. Literally just put the camera on and got this nice flounder. Brown spots on the bottom. It's been out for about 10 minutes. Tide's just started pushing, so that's a good sign. Get it back. Get it in, first fish. Woohoo! So I've been fishing for maybe 45 minutes, an hour since I caught that fish, and the tide's really started to honk in. I think what I'm going to do is move, because I spotted a really big worm bed on the way in, and there's this guy here who's come and plonked his hydrofoil in to the water right next to us, and he keeps coming backwards and forwards. Looks pretty cool, but I don't think he's going to be doing my fishing any good, so I think if I move down to the other side of the pier there, which is where I saw the worm beds, then hopefully I'll be out of his way, and maybe the fish might be coming in now that the tide's moving in, and yeah, coming to feed on those worm beds. So let's get packed up and move down there. I've just moved round and took the same bait out, give it half an hour. It's like a different world around here. It's glorious. Got the pier as a windbreak, and yeah, could be in shorts and t-shirt here. I actually wish I had a fly rod with us on my LRF rod, because there's fish surfacing. I'm guessing they're trout or something. There must be trout. Just in the outside of the current here, maybe 10 feet off the shore, and they just keep coming up and over. Can't see what they are, but there's fish there. None of them are interested in the Ned rig, incidentally. But I'm going to kick back and enjoy this sunset and see if we can't get another fish on the shore. The tide is honking in. I was at the end of that pier about 10 minutes ago and I was just coming right in, so I've just moved back up here. I'm just going to keep working back because I'm being soft. I want to stay out of the wind, and yeah, this pier is acting like a really good windbreak. Still got 2 hours before high tide, so once it gets dark and the tide's in, then yeah, I'll be moving back. I'll be moving onto the pier, not back onto it because I haven't been onto it yet, but I'll be moving onto the pier. Still only the one fish so far, but I mean it's glorious. Well, here we go. Lovely little flounder. Really orange spots on this. Probably cannot see it, but didn't see the bite. Don't know how long it's been on there, but gonna get it unhooked and sent back. Second fish on the board. I think now I'm gonna move up to the pier. It's like quicksand. Go on, son. And away it goes. The rig's just a simple 2-hook flapper, not a clip down or anything. The second snood is quite low to the lead. Both fish that I've had have taken on the lugworm, which has been on the bottom hook. And must admit, I'm struggling. Bought this bait from Billy's and North Shields, and I'm struggling to find a worm small enough to fit on me size 1/0 hook. But I'm just putting the whole thing on. It's not caused an issue so far, so, and I'm not whipping it either. Literally, that's it. Leave it on like that. And then the upper hook, I'm putting the ragworm on. That's had none so far, but persevere because it's getting dark now and you never know. Again, that's just a whole ragworm threaded on. No baiting elastic or anything, just left on like that. Let's get it out. God, it's like a different world up here. It's bloody Baltic. It's only 5 degrees, so it's with this wind chill, it's pretty chilly. Let's just go into the middle of this little bay here. As far as I'm aware, that's right on the worm beds. And there we go, next bait out. So that's 3 casts and 2 fish so far. Around 20 to 9, so got another hour, half an hour before high tide, which seems weird because there's still so much beach and rock showing, but it is a tiny tide like I said earlier. It's going on what I learned last time, we just don't catch here when the tide's going out very much. So yeah, hopefully there's not as much weed as on the last cast and I'll be able to see the fish bite this time. Well, nothing in this sandy bay, or shallow bay I should say. So it's been about 40 minutes, maybe 45, and not a nibble. So I think what I'm going to do is bring this in now and cast back into the channel, because I've had both my fish from the channel. It's slack water now as well, so hopefully the weed might have died down a wee bit. But yeah, let's bring this in and see if we can get it. I'm going to stick a big worm on and hopefully we'll get one more fish before it's time to go. It's pretty black now, it's pretty dark, and it's pretty damn cold as well. The wind is howling over here. It was I think 8 degrees when I left the car, which was alright, but with this easterly wind chill it's close to 0, which for the end of April, it's cold. Well, no weed, no fish. Water's crystal clear, I can still see down there. Well, it's a good job I brought that in, because the bait's been stripped. Must be crabs in this shallower bay, so yeah, time for more bait. Right, I've gone for the same again, a big lugworm on the bottom and ragworm on the top hook. See if we can find this channel. Boom. And I'm gonna need to find a spare tip light, because that is knackered. Well, I think that's all she wrote tonight. It's 10:15. Tide's been going out now for about, well, the water's dropping, so the tide's been going out for about 45 minutes, an hour. And I've not had a sniff for another 2 casts, so I'm going to wind this in. Maybe there's another little flatty on that I haven't seen the bite of, because my rod tip's been bouncing around in the wind. Maybe there's not, but it's been a nice evening. Let's see if there's something on there. Nah, doesn't feel like it. totally stripped baits. Crabs are out in force after dark here, I guess. Well, that's it. I'm going to pack up, make the walk back to the car, and then an hour and a bit drive home. It's had a really nice afternoon, actually. A little chilly, but I'm used to that. So really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, give us a thumbs up and leave a comment, please. That would be smashing. And until the next one, as always, tight lines.